Grown in Vietnam, served locally. That describes the Sacramento coffee experience, connecting people with Vietnamese brews while giving us a taste of their culture. Here to tell us more about Phê Ru are founders Chan Ha and Leon Chong. Welcome, Chan and Leon.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having
Yeah,
us.
we're excited. The studio smells so good this morning. You're giving us amazing coffee, so it's a great way to kind of end the show. So tell us, we want to know, how did you and Leon get started with Phê Ru?
So this went back to 2019. We just had like a regular friend hangout, and we both kind of just came back from Sacramento, back home to Sacramento. Leon at the time, he was in San Francisco, moved back to Vietnam for a year. And when he was there, like he took a barista class, he even stayed at a coffee farm. So that's where his journey started.
Yeah.
And for me, I was just in the Bay Area working and then coming home to Sacramento just to be closer to family. And I really wanted to have a more sense of community and to learn more about my culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had that kind of shared interest in coffee and Vietnam and connected to that.
Yeah, I love that you're able to learn more about your culture and do it through coffee and being able to let other people experience that as well. Tell us about your cafe's name and what that means.
Yeah, so actually I just finished a novel by the same name, Ru, written by a Canadian Vietnamese author, Kim Thuy. And in the introduction, she mentioned briefly that Ru in Vietnamese means a lullaby, or in like, I think Old French, it means like a small stream. And so for us, we really like the idea of like taking it slow, living slowly and enjoying the things around you.
Yeah.
And it actually aligned really well with how we traditionally brew coffee. So we brew it in like what we call a fin. And the coffee would drip very slowly. It can take 10, 15 minutes. And so you need a lot of patience for that. And so for us, we want to kind of recreate that sense of environment, that feeling with our coffee. And so Ru just seemed to align really well with that meaning.
Yeah, your lullaby of coffee, and now we get to try it. I love that so much. And Leon, please tell us about the coffee you're brewing up today.
Okay, so what we have today is Arabica coffee from Vietnam. So this is actually, we were at the Portland Expo a couple of weeks ago, and then it's one of the Korean bio that we'll be buying it from is roasted from Vietnam, from a farm that I actually spent a day there for a month ago. It's called Voon Farm, and the company that import this is called Karmic Circle, and this is actually the beans that's roasted from Vietnam. And Vietnam is starting doing a lot of experiment, different kind of experiment with coffee, and this especially this is the process called anaerobic fermentation. This is the way that they fermented coffee inside the empty tank without oxygen. It's try to bring out a fruity flavor of the coffee. So there's a lot of farmers trying to do experiment with different type of coffee. So you can start brewing.
Yes, please do.
Okay, so the device that we have here is like a V60. So this type is like a pour over coffee. And so first we bloom for a couple of seconds, about 40 seconds. And then I try to swirl it to make sure that all the coffee is soaking with water. This is called the blooming phase. So that to make sure that we can extract most of the caffeine out of the coffee. And then go another pour.
And it smells so good. I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah.
And like you were mentioning, patience, the stream, it's a lullaby of coffee that we're enjoying.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
We joked,
Oh, go ahead.
oh yeah, I was saying we joked that we are a slow bar.
There we go.
Okay, so now we stop for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while we're watching this make, what makes Vietnamese coffee stand out, and how do you choose the beans for it?
So for ours, we look for businesses that carry Vietnamese coffee beans, and we'll ask for sample. And when we taste it, it really depends on the roast level, as well as the kind of flavor that we perceive from it. Is it like fruity? Is it chocolatey? And we do test with different brewing methods. So this is one way that we test. And so, whichever method that we find like really help make the coffee shine, we'll choose that, and we serve that at our events.
So it sounds like everything that's complimentary.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow. And you said you serve it at your event. So where can people find Phê Ru?
Yes, so right now we operate at the Green Haven Pocket Land Park Farmers Market on Saturday. And this Friday, we're actually going to be at the AAPI Night Market at Capitol Mall. So that'd be a special event this Friday.
Yeah. And mentioning, the AAPI Night Market, highlighting so many amazing vendors. Why do you think it's important to have an event like that in Sacramento?
It's really great because like you really highlight like the representation, and for us, it's only been in recent years that we start to see more Asian American businesses, sharing the narrative, sharing what they know, growing up, and I think that's just a beautiful way to just highlight the culture that you have around you that you can learn a lot from.
Yeah, agreed. And okay, so tell us what's happening right now.
So basically, right now we're just waiting for a coffee to draw down. So it take about this method. There's multiple methods to do this, but this take about like 3 minutes for the coffee to draw down. Usually we call it pour over drip coffee.
Yeah.
So it's a little faster than what traditional Vietnamese, but this is the way that you can brew like a faster cup of coffee with like a lighter roast. You can enjoy the coffee by itself.
Yeah. And it's good to know. You said the timing about 3 minutes, so maybe I could like walk the dog real quick, come back, and then it's ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Well, before I let you guys go, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. Like we were talking about, you can check out the AAPI Night Market, and for more information about their coffee, you can visit caferu.com.